Oh, I wasn't brought here. I came on my own. It's just, I didn't like my contractor's spell, so I came here to get revenge on him. Hello people, we are here for Kubera, as always, being recorded very, very last minute. So I'll probably only do like a 3-episode reaction this week, because yeah, I'm uploading this the day it goes live, and I've got to go to work today as well. So yeah, yep, I mean, I don't know what you expect. It's the usual high quality, consistent content you expect from me, of course. Right, let's carry on. Just jump into it. You didn't do anything wrong. They knew the risks and still made contracts in the first place. So refusing to let go of that power until the end was their mistake. I'm gonna take my earphones out. I don't know why I've got them in. Yeah. We don't need to have them in. If they were born with low divine affinity, they should have just lived as they were. But it's their fault they didn't accept their destiny. But their destiny is also that they have a high fiendish affinity. Right? That's also their destiny, Indra. You know? Think. I made a deal with evil for longer and more comfortable lives. You lost all your flesh and blood in one night because of their wicked selfishness. So why would you act like you've done something wrong to them? As much as you lose, you take away from them. That's the principle of your world. Do not feel regret. Do not even beg for forgiveness. Be proud of your actions that eliminated the future dangers. The path the king walks is justice, and the ones that stand against him are the evil. What the? That human king, he was on his knees begging for forgiveness, but he just stood up and... We've listened to quite enough of the trader's deception, don't you think? Season 3, episode 223, Ananta 12. That changes tune pretty quick. Interesting. Hey, Indra! Indra! The hell? Is he sleeping this kind of situation? Even Yama's coming soon, so wake him up! He's not sleeping. This is him transferring his consciousness to his Vajra. He's controlling the user through it. The state humans call being controlled by a weapon. It sounds very odd since I've never made weapons like that. But it should only be possible with weapons that are imbued with great power. A ninja's Vajra wouldn't be at that level. Yes, if it's just one. But we made 5 Vajra. If there's a human who's gathered all of them... Wait, then... About the recent fiendish magic incident. Shouldn't we perhaps not only accuse Nastika, but also really take Indra into consideration? That explains why there was a sudden change in tune. And yeah, I would consider Indra to be quite dubious, you know? Potentially liable for the case, you know? Did you just call me a traitor? Indeed, a traitor. A deserter, in other words. Do not speak carelessly. You're in no position to say... How dare you? Just taking such an attitude toward a king is also treason. Your kind really don't know your place. Like mother, like son. You are all alike by blood. Hodi Kubera! Bhavati Kubera! What the? There should still be some time until the semi-finals. Oh my! Look over there! The arena is... What's that? Isn't that where the king is? A human fighting against me empty-handed. Then I better show the same level of courtesy. What's wrong? A fighter with hoodie Kubera can't put up a fight against a king, even without a weapon. You are just as useless as the dead knights, as I thought. It was the right decision not to keep your kind around me. The situation kind of feels like deja vu. You know, thank you, Corrigan, for that, because I wouldn't have remembered this. Interesting, interesting. Right. It's just like that time. I think I've also heard that the weapon of the king is a Vajra. Then it's because of that. Is it being controlled by the Vajra? Don't move. We'll be caught immediately if you panic. The stronger your enemy is, the calmer you should be. Don't be afraid and think straight. That's how we'll survive. I didn't panic, or even be afraid. Since we are cloaked with Sun Yoga Kinara magic, we won't be his targets as long as we stay quiet here. Even if some damage from nearby reaches in the aftermath, you can hold on to something. Hold on to some extent as long as you're close to me. To some extent just means it's not completely reliable. Skills that ignore external damage normally consume more vigor the stronger and longer they last. It's obvious that this human's vigor is running low, since she looked quite exhausted when she deactivated her magic earlier. Ananta at least has the bracelet, but this human is in real danger. If I see a chance, I should... Kubera? What's he doing there? Stay silent and watch for now. Are you done? How boring. You may be one of the stronger ones among the humans in this time, but there were humans who far surpassed you in the long history of this universe. You don't deserve to come as far as you have just because of the bracelet. Useless. The owner of the bracelet perhaps made some promise to protect you. Just as I thought. Did that king already notice? Manger probably did. If it's come to this, Kubera wouldn't just watch either. He should intervene and take care of... Apologies, I'm recording this just after I woke up. Again, time is tight. He disappeared? There's no use in hiding now. I already noticed you a while ago. What you've been plotting behind our back from way before. I think I understand what happened now. The reason you've kept the bracelet for such a long time and didn't get rid of it was for today. You're also just like me. Sun Yoga Ananta. So, you are dead. What just happened? I mean, it was kind of obvious he was going to be using Ananta magic. I did kind of predict that. I think I heard Sun Yoga something. Yes, Anand, keep it up to the end. You're invincible with that magic. Just kill that Shimless King right now. I see. The bracelet possesses an annoying regeneration ability. And you're a fiendish magician who made a contract with Ananta of all. This is why I didn't see it coming. Indra, you. Move away. I need to go to Titalica immediately and stop that guy. Answer my question first before you go. I need to hear a proper answer as to why you ended the lives on 11 planets on your own whim. Yeah. Doubt, Indra. doubt him. He's clearly not the nicest of fellows, nor the most trustworthy. Hydration. Because of you, Yama because of you, Yama's had to work hard until now. And said to gather the evidence in such a short time, you had to send all those humans that hadn't even been judged yet to hell. Time is more slowly in hell, so they can get more work done while a short time passes outside. Isn't that convenient? You may have your reasons for the massacre, but we cannot say we are disappointed that you even hid it from us, and acted like you didn't know anything. According to Ratri, the reason Ushas became like that is also because of that lightning. We are making such a mess so audaciously. Do you think you've crossed the line? How could you do this to those who put aside their doubts and trusted you? I really can't understand. The more I think about it, the more annoyed I get. Why the heck did I get hit? Wait. I didn't know until Ratri told me. Ushas didn't even tell anyone her destination, and was just involved into this by chance. You don't have to tell me I'm just being audacious. I didn't mean to do it. So you admit it was your doing? Well, I'll just have to confess since even Yama's here. I thought it would take longer to come with the amount of people there, but I didn't expect that you would just ignore the rules and send their souls to hell. Thanks to you, it's been quite a nuisance. You should take it easy. As Veruna said, I do have a good enough reason for why I did it. To prevent grand damage that couldn't even be compared to the sacrificed lives. Ultimately, it was for the life of the universe. You understand, right? We've done even worse than this for greater good. Framing Ananta for everything is for the sake of the universe. It is, and to make this process much easier for me, I needed to make you all just suspect Ananta for real. The more they know the truth, the easier it is for the secret to get out somewhere. Since you never know how, those who are against this world intervene. Who are against the world wouldn't, who are against this would intervene. You see, it's just as I said. Although, I didn't expect it from that direction. Interesting. Okay. You know, that there, well, I definitely do not like Indra. You know, he's clearly a piece of shit. That looks like the spear that, Lila had. Interesting. So maybe he was actually doing it for the sake of the universe, you know? Interesting. Season 3, episode 224, Ananta 13. Okay. How could the king of Azteca do such things that Sir would just do? Others do want to hear out your reasons, but I don't think it's even worth it. It's your fault, Indra, regardless of anything. There's no way that kind of massacre can be justified for someone not even brave enough to take the guilt. You don't get to talk out justification or such matter. It's up to all of you. I won't listen to some excuse of a slaughterer anymore. Whatever you try to plan, whatever you don't expect, or whatever, don't expect to get my help. Wait, so you take your lance with you. Yeah, watch out! Move it to me even slightly! It's been a while since we saw Suya holding that lance. Not since Chandra. And from his strong tone, he must be very angry. It can't be helped. Suya didn't have a firm principle. Suya does have a firm principle as a god not to cross the line. Isn't that principle too focused on humans? I mean, they did. You know, the universe was made because they won in the last one. You know, it's kind of made for them, so isn't that kind of fair and justified that they would have a principle favoring the humans, given that they kind of deserve it, you prick? Especially after what you did to the AHR, you know. Just saying, boy! Although the AHR's still around at this point, but you know what I mean. What you're gonna do, you know? You know! Boy. He's very cooperative when dealing with Nastika, but he's just like that when it just comes to humans. If you see the value of it, one Nastika would be worth more than millions of humans. No. It's not like that, Indra. I think that the principle of belief, the principle of believing the weight of sins is more important than the value of power. It deserves to be respected as well. That sentence felt awkward. I'll be going to Syria. You all can talk more. The value of power and the weight of sin. I don't really like how they sound, but they explain the situation perfectly. Have any of you considered it? How many sins would be required to collapse the top of this world? So that's your game, huh? You're awake, Your Majesty. How are you feeling in any way? I'm dizzy. What have I been doing? Oh, it's fine. Let him go. Release him. This guy's done nothing wrong. Is he just nuts? He's changing his mind again. After all that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. For a moment I was... Did you lose your consciousness? Was it irresistible? When did you, even a little bit, mean any of what you've done? I'm afraid I do not remember. I was just asking for forgiveness and it happened suddenly. I don't know what happened, but all I wanted was to apologize and receive forgiveness. Everything else was just a misunderstanding. Please hear me out, Anand Remia. I ask you for your forgiveness once again. The king's on his knees. How could that be? What are you doing? Tell the king that you forgive him, and he may stand up now. Do not pressure him. I understand his situation. As a descendant of the knights, it won't be easy to accept what the king has to say. So how about this? As a compensation for the dark past, I will accept you as a member of the royal family. A noble position, wealth, and fame will be all yours. The position for the priest of Earth is also currently vacant, so please do accept that honor as well. Wow, the king's giving him so much. Priest Anand, congratulations. Interesting that this one actually has a design. And was there when we panned back to what was going on outside the temple. I can't remember who this was again. Was this, Artrim? It was Artrim, right? That's who that was, if I'm remembering. I remember someone looking like that might have had that name. Oh god. Look, they've only shot it once, alright? Leave me alone. Nah, you're all nice. You wouldn't do that. The Kubera community is probably the... I'm just gonna say it. Probably the nicest fandom, like, on the internet. Like, it's unreal how good you guys are. It doesn't even... It's baffling how people... I mean, who is it that said... I think it was Haku that said something along the lines of... Kubera is just so good and so well written and so well put together. There's nothing to even like be toxic about. And I think he was quoting somebody else when he said that, or I might be misquoting someone out, but you know what I mean. Or I don't know. I feel like I know I've heard or read that somewhere, that somebody said that or wrote that, you know. But yeah, the Kubera community is just goated, unreal, especially after reception on last week's video. Thank you all so much for that. Genuinely, thank you all so much for that. I got one fuzzy feeling in my heart for that. That was so nice of you. That was really kind. Genuinely, you're all incredible. I hope you all are aware how incredible of a community you all are. You are genuinely a cut above the rest. And don't let that get to your heads, you know? I mean, or maybe do. It's fine. The Kubera community is genuinely just better. You're just built different. You're just goated. You're great. Anyway, let's carry on. Since it's a timeline where a magic barrier doesn't even exist, it seems to choose a priest too easily. It's a shame that I lost Kubera, but at least I know he's standing around. And it was worth it to follow that guy around.
Don't play with us. What do you mean by compensation?
This human is starting up again. She didn't even do anything when Ananta was caught. But every time the king asks for forgiveness, he just complains.
You said your actions that day were justice. That it was for the greater good, for the majority. You killed that many people, and it makes all the evidence that there was nothing left to be found. But what now? But now you regret it? Beg for forgiveness? Are you kidding? The dead don't come back. So what is that forgiveness for? After doing such terrible things, you're trying to make yourself feel better from the sin. Shamelessly. You should just die after bearing the weight of your sin. And go to hell if you're just a sinner. Go to the bottom of hell and wallow in your regret there. Seriously.
No. She's talking to the king. That wasn't aimed at me. It's just the situation that's somehow a little bit similar. I'm different to that king. I'm differently. How is it different? The fact that I killed more and accumulated more sins. That I can't even make excuses. I did it since I was too young. Excuse me, why is everyone here so demanding about giving forgiveness? What the heck? Has he been here the whole time?
I got no idea. I don't recognize his clothes. It looks shady if you ask me.
Who brought that guy here? Oh, I wasn't brought here. I came on my own. It's just, I didn't like my contractor's spell, so I came here to get revenge on him.
Fucking Ananta! What the fuck?
Little bro just turns up. Little bro's like, oh yeah, hi, hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, don't mind me. I was here to, yeah, take out this this fucker. Yeah, use my spells. Yeah, bro, what the fuck?
Contractor? What does he mean punish?
Could he be in Stika? Because of the fiendish magic? Your Majesty, do you happen to know who that guy is? Was he with Denon before? Did Denon use fiendish magic?
I don't know. I had lost consciousness. Denon can't use fiendish magic since his divine affinity is high.
How is he here then? Who'd here use fiendish?
It's not me either. I already hear a lot that making contracts with Nastika is too many. Besides, in my experience, Nastika have a different air about them. But he's not like that. I think he's just someone Ananta knows.
That's right. He's a merchant, and I had ordered something earlier before I came here. I just left an order for him since he looked busy, but he seems quite upset. Please spare me, I'll explain later. That's right, Anon! You make my business quite difficult. Don't you know it's normal to pay first when you order? Yes, I'll pay you soon. I left my bag behind to participate in the tournament, so I don't have any money on me now. This will suffice. You can pay for your order with this bracelet. He's getting, oh bro, he's covering for him and getting his punishment done in one go, bro. And on to be smooth. Season 3, episode 225, Ananta 14. I'm sorry, but it's not actually mine, so I can't just trade this on my own. Wherever the owner of this bracelet is, I don't think that guy would be stronger than me. Anon, I really hate a contractor who makes multiple contracts. Even though I gave you the strongest skill, how greedy are you? It's actually, I'll be in trouble if the public see how I take it off. Oh, it's that kind of reason. You're saying those watching is the problem, right? I barely caught sight of part of his face, but he must be Ananta by the conversation. I remember his voice clearly since I met him recently. As I expected, Ananta made a contract with Ananta.
That's Ananta.
I suppose she recognizes Ananta since she's Ananta's companion. Is there any need to be more afraid? You said we won't be noticed like this anyway.
What's wrong? Soon.
Wait, why are you activating the magic now? What? She stopped. And even the surroundings are almost like that white space from before. Who are you? How are you able to move without my permission? Because he's not from this time, I imagine is probably the reason for it. Calm down. I just met him very recently. He even saved me. I don't want to... Look, Maruna. Yes, he did save you, but I wouldn't call that a positive interaction. I don't need to be afraid. Let's explain to him slowly. I'm not sure what's going on now either, but thank you for saving me that time. I didn't get to show my gratitude properly then. Hey, I saved you? Yes, you were my savior when I was about to die. You found and gave me my soul that I almost lost. I even remember well the thing you asked me for. Asked you what thing? Is he joking? Why does he keep asking? He could have forgotten what happened way back in the beginning. But what he had asked me for was just a while ago. There's no way he's already forgotten about it. I'm wondering if the weight of the sins is basically causing them to be, effectively to Ananta. And also, here his hair's short. Here his hair's long, like normal. And again, his personality was, had like a stark contrast to it. Here he's acting more, airheaded, I guess, he usually does act. At least from, as we've seen him. Whereas here, he was threatening. He was, quite scary. I don't need to dare talk back at him anyway. So what you told me that time was... I said such things? Yes, you definitely said so. I see. And you were meant to let me know about it. That's why you're able to move now. Because he was given permission by Ananta back then. Didn't he just say he needs to allow people to move here? Is there a chance it wasn't you who asked me that, Lord Ananta? It probably was me. Me who failed even more than now. I was in even deeper despair. It seems like I chose to give up rather than keep trying in the end. Or is that Ananta from the fucking future? Ah! Oh god. To think about, yeah, I guess it could be. Ananta is time. or closely acquainted with time.
I don't quite understand what you're saying.
I'm saying I've lived for too long, too pointlessly. Whether it was reality for me or not. It was just a mere memory of mine after it disappeared into possibilities. It became a stream of delusions that cannot be understood. All my efforts, trying again and again to be better, didn't mean anything in the end. Whichever path I took, never got well. Things never got better. And my sins only became heavier in the universe. And so, after all this, am I, who is drenched in sin, more dangerous? Or are the sins that burst out of me after I die more dangerous? What do you think? Give me your answer.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So you don't know the answer then? I want to hear your answer, Kubera.
Do you even have to think about it? The sins that come out of you are far more dangerous. No matter how disintegrated this universe becomes, it can still hold on as long as you're suppressing the sins. But if you disappear, the universe won't even last 1,000 years before collapsing. None other than you can even bear the weight of those sins.
And yet, Ananta was killed for the sake of the universe. Okay. There's two opposing narratives running right now. And given that Kubera is trying to revive Ananta in the present, he was assisting Sagara and company. Kubera is clearly a part of the camp that want Ananta alive and believe that Ananta existing is for the sake of the universe. However, there's clearly a camp in Indra, the Indra camp as we shall call them for the time being, or I shall call them for the time being, who are against Ananta being alive, and think that him being alive is actually detrimental to the universe's prolonged existence. Which of these camps is right? I mean, arguably probably depends on Vishnu and Kali. But who knows, really? Because I don't. Interesting. I wonder which group is correct. I genuinely don't know.
You're the life of this universe. Don't think otherwise.
Fine, if you say so. You do know, right? That guy's lying right now. Okay. Never mind. I should have kept reading before I made assumptions. You may agree with this course, but don't be fooled by how it'll result too. Unless you're trying to end your future from that day.
Things are starting to move again.
That guy's...
He doesn't even know her magic's run out.
Huh? What? What the... over there? The person next to Anon is changed suddenly? God Kubera! God Kubera! Is that really him? God Kubera! Please forgive us, we didn't even notice!
They just lose it in front of a god. Typical humans.
It's an honor to see you. Have you personally come here to guide us with your oracle?
My oracle? Well, it's something like that. Lakash the 16th. I hear you received an oracle from another god before I came here. And I heard a rumor that dismissing the knights and slaughtering many people was also part of a god's message. Tell me who that god is. Was it the owner of your weapon? Indra.
That's...
If you can't reveal it, the crimes of murder and blasphemy for blaming a god to lessen your sins are entirely yours. If these were Indra's orders, I will summon him and check the truth right now.
Well, capital K does, at least get shit done, doesn't he? You know, he gets shit done. Can't deny that. But interesting. Very, very interesting. there's a little bit to think about with, you know, Ananta and his sins, or, you know, what's more dangerous, him or his sins. And really, really interesting. So from Ananta's perspective, it's him that's more dangerous than his sins. And he seems to have, you know, okay. I need to think on that more. Anyway, with that out of the way, leave a like, comment, sub, share the video around, you know, usual YouTube stuff, notification bell, sub, comment, like, again, do it all, do it all, do it all. And with that out of the way, I'm Ananta, you've been you. And hope you next time for another video. Ta-ta! For now.